Okay guys, so this evening I have come across a few little issues and everything like that. I've been working on getting the pump out. So all of that part went smoothly. I removed the filter housing from here. This must be some kind of I'll go back to the filter housing. The filter housing is this piece here, and I was able to do it without breaking the lines, aside from that sits right there, aside from this one where I had to pull it off and it just ended up breaking, but it only broke just at the tip, so it's fine. Yeah, so these all kind of came off fairly alright. I was pretty happy with that. And the line that comes off here feeds around to here, and that unit is that unit is this piece here, which actually has, I presume it is the intake pipe of the for the diesel. I presume this is some sort of heater that takes the water jacket from here, so the coolant is coming through. I must heat the fuel to keep it at a stable temperature. Maybe might not be an issue in most places, maybe an issue in some of the colder climates. So that's pretty cool. That all went kind of swimmingly. Then I had a bit of an issue, and I may as well address it here, which was the fan. And I put it up onto one of the groups on Facebook. I wasn't sure if it was a regular thread or a reverse thread. Turns out it was regular, but it takes an awful lot of force. So I use, I have sort of air tools and one electrical impact. So I use this Harzet, or Hazet, it's a German brand, I don't know how to say it, stubby impact, fantastic. Really, really good tool. Breaks most anything loose that you need. And then obviously I have this one here, this air tool, air impact, and that is I can't remember, it was something crazy like 1200 Newton meters. It's really, really heavy, guys. But what to say? Yeah, 1200 Newton meter twin hammer, at 90 psi. So it's fairly good. Put that on it. This was going. Compressor was spooling up, wasn't doing it. This one had it off in 2 seconds. I think it's about just that initial hit rather than the repetitive hits that the hammer action does. So that was that. This, I was going to take this is the pulley here. Again, I had to use a little impact on that to break that loose. But I was going to take this entire piece off and replace the idler arm and that kind of thing. It seems to take a huge Allen head, or whatever you want to call it, socket. I don't have anything that size, so that's the first time I've come across. Normally the tool kits would have pretty much anything you need, but that one is a substantial size. So that was fine. These ones, I took the housing off this, and these are 10 mils all around. There is one 10 mil I took out, which is back here. Didn't need to take that out. That's a really long piece. And I'm sure I'm going to need it off at some point in the future anyway. So it's no big deal, but it didn't need to come off anyway. These are 13s, and they actually hold the pump into place. There's 1, 2, 3. Am I right in saying there's only 3? Maybe there's more. I can only see 3 there at the moment. Anyway, they hold the pump into place. This is a reverse thread. Now, I wouldn't have known that, only that I watched Diesel Pump UK's video on it with Luke Dale. And that was the one takeaway thing I kept in mind the whole time, because he said that they were a weakened bolt. And as such, if you were to over-torque them the wrong way, they would just snap and you'd be left with a stub coming out of the pump, and it's essentially useless to you. Maybe there's really special ways of fixing it, I don't know, but anyway. So that's all fine and dandy. So I started clocking, I broke it loose, clocked it round, or started clocking my entire engine around to top dead center, put it at top dead center, and cracked open this bio here, and I couldn't see, let's say, the top of a flathead screwdriver, which is what you're looking for. And I kept going, and it kept going round, and that was all fine. And eventually I did see it, and I skipped it, and then I kept going, and I got it back around where it was dead center. So then I went back over here and checked my timing, and I don't know if that's going to make it out in that, but I am 17 degrees past top dead center, and it is sitting pretty spot on in the center. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. What I'll do is, do I have a torch I can show you? Bear me 2 seconds, I'll just see if I have a torch here that might just... So you can sort of see it there. It might be a little bit past it, but I've done it, I've clocked it around a few times, and it's always 17 degrees past top dead center. So, not that that's going to be a major issue for this, because I'm only taking the pump off this, but I would wonder what the story was with that. Maybe some of you might know. The car ran really, really well before I started stripping it apart. You know, like the engine is really good in this car. So I don't know, maybe it's because it's a naturally aspirated engine. I honestly don't know. Aside from that, this evening I didn't really do much. I just, did that. And I did start labeling these, and I've run into my first little hurdle, where you go to bed and you forget things, and then the next morning you wake up thinking you remembered it, and then you realise you didn't remember it until you actually come to try and address it. So I have, I've sort of found all of what these are. This one, don't know, cannot figure it out. And then there's this little one here as well. Again, don't know. I'm sure I'll figure it out when time comes to, the push comes to shove. I have these which go into the bonnet. They're the bonnet feeds for the electrical water jet sprayers, or windscreen sprayers. And I have all these sort of labelled as well as I go. This, I can only presume, is some kind of aftermarket edition, because it just does not strike me as looking very factory. All taped on connectors, everything. Now it's a Lucas. It's a Lucas relay. So I don't know what the story is with that. And then so the wiring side of things, I've learned my first big lesson, which is basically label it immediately or the same day. So that's a little update, guys. If anybody knows what the story is with the pump being 17 degrees past top dead center on this naturally aspirated om606, let me know. It's more of a curiosity, because I'll still lock it as it is there now and pull it off, and this will be sitting right for the pump to arrive back into it, because the car ran perfectly beforehand. But still, it's peculiar. I didn't expect that issue. Alright guys, thanks for all the help on Facebook, and I'll probably take a break for the weekend, and I'll hit it back then come Tuesday or Monday. Okay, talk to you soon. Thanks.